Fed Chair Janet Yellen. And first of all, let me tell you that this is a very strategic move by the Fed to actually put a woman up in place of Congress. Because in case you haven't noticed, have you noticed that the Congress in this dog and pony show has not given this woman the grilling that they did allegedly. And remember, I said once, said 1,000 times, I am under no illusion whatsoever at all about the games that these people are playing. But if you notice, when Ben Shalom Bernanke was up there, all right, and Alan Greenspan, they were a little bit more forthcoming. But now the Fed has chosen to put a woman up here, and the man, I don't know what it is about us men. I really, truly don't. It seems like that we kowtow down to the soft voice of a woman. But if this woman puts herself in a position to where she is going to be spoken to like a man, why do we resist the fight? You understand what I mean? Why do we resist the fight? I'm just talking about men in general, all across the board in a generic form. But listen to what the Fed chair says. Yellen, okay? I strongly oppose Audit the Fed, Yellen says. They need to stop. You know what? I remember Ron Paul used to get up at the same dog and pony show. We need to audit the Fed. Hold on. Let me go. This is comical. This is literally laughable. It really truly is. Let me paint you the picture. The reason why it's so funny. Can you imagine the citizens of the United States of America says to the IRS, you know what? We're not going to pay another cent to you until we audit you. Oh, help me. Oh, help me. Look here, man. Look here, man. You servants, you ain't in no position to tell the master what to do. Do you understand? I don't care what position that is in the world. You do have options. You can opt out. You can opt out of all of this mess either by one or two ways. Number one, renouncing your citizenship, jumping ship and going to another country. Or number two, learn how to not play the game and get outside of the scope of their tentacles, reaching out to grasp every penny and pinch every penny you got. There comes a time when you actually can't even take life so serious that you actually have to laugh to keep from crying. It really truly is. What do you mean? Government, America, understand, we are in debt to a foreign entity. You need to understand this first, number one. And the borrower is a servant to the lender. How in the hell can these politicians, these professional liars, get up there and posture and grandstand in front of the cameras as if they got some kind of authority or they are some kind of authority figure when immediately after the cameras go off, they're going to be begging this woman for some more money. Quantitative easing for, give me some more money, give me some money. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. go to the ones who we are $18 trillion in debt to, a foreign entity, and have the audacity and the unmitigated call. Somebody please tell me if I'm out of touch. Somebody please tell me if I'm wrong. I would like to know if I'm wrong, because, I mean, if I'm wrong, I want to stop this mental insanity. I really, truly do, because I don't think I'm wrong. But it is only amazing to me. That's like an American citizen going to their credit card company. You know what? I'm not going to pay any more on this debt until I audit you. I want to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. What do you think the answer going to be? Oh, boy. Let's just go ahead and tell it like it is. There are a handful of people that is running the whole entire globe. Did y'all hear what I said? A handful of people. And they've got every country in the whole entire world under its control. The only one that would probably be out of the scope of these people, which I greatly doubt it, would be China. And if you're raising children in this generation, chances are, rather than trying to learn Hebrew or Spanish, you better be trying to make sure they can probably learn some form of Mandarin, because there go your next world rule order if Christ doesn't intervene. But let me read you this for a second. Comments, the discussion. Fed Chair Janet Yellen testifies before Congress on Tuesday after presenting her semi-annual monetary policy report. Yeah, I'll give you the report. Damn it, y'all owe us, and if you want some more money, we'll give it to you and stuff, but it's going to cost you. This is insanity here. Anyway, excuse me one second. Let me get some water. Oh, Jesus. Oh, mercy. Hey, y'all make sure y'all pray for me, okay? The Federal Reserve will not hike rates for the next few Federal Open Market Committee's meetings, according to Yellen's prepared remarks. During the question and answer session, Yellen addressed a range of questions from the committee about the Fed structure, its inflation measures, and the movement to audit the Fed. While Wall Street expects the Fed to hike rates mid-year, and time out for a second. Time out. They're going to have to hike rates. They're going to have. First of all, you need to understand your children's children have been bought and sold like chattel slavery to the Fed. I mean, they're owning people whether you like it or not. And they're going to have to hike interest rates in order to try to do something to try to get some form of stimulation of, and I'm using this word, but I do not mean what I say, because I cannot think of another word to try to give thought to this. To balance the so-called alleged budget that is never intended to be balanced. These people, can you imagine somebody who has an infinite amount of money that they can print with no regulation, no oversight, or nobody to oppose them, to control them whatsoever at all? Can you imagine that? They have an unlimited amount of funds and resources that they can tap into. And all they have to do is create money out of thin air and then give it to the countries. And the countries play the game. Why? Because they're all confederate. They're all in cahoots. But you, the people, you see, there's a difference between us and them. But you, the people, you better play it. You better pay. You better follow the rules. You better follow the regulation. It's called austerity measures. And if you want to understand what that means, go back in my videos. I ain't got time to sit up here and try to define everything for you. You're going to have to start using some self-autonomy. Why you think I made the moves that I made? Why you think I positioned myself for this? I was a young man in my late 20s. And I'm not by any stretch of imagination the most intelligent man that there is. But I do have some form of intelligence. Now, I don't have to sit up here and in order for me to have comfort in his world and in his life, to look and see what the hell everybody else is doing, and then try to follow along with the herd in order for me to gain peace. No, I've actually found safety outside of the cattle or the herd mentality. Because while everybody else is walking to the edge of the cliff and falling off into the lake, I find myself in green pastures. I really have, all over choices and decisions. And mind you, at this time, I was a very young man. Well, 20-something years later. Now I'm approaching 50 years old, and I think, watch it. Yeah. Whoa, I thank the eternal Most High for the choices and decisions that I have been able to make, because not only have they been able to bless me, but they're blessing everybody that hears me. And I'm telling you what, I am so glad. I am so glad that I don't cave under to the thought of political correctness. Nope, I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to prophesy to the wind whether you like it or not. I'm not the one that's going to be receiving the destruction of choices and decisions that I refuse to make, because I am dependent upon a nation of liars to try to tell me what's right and what's wrong. No, I am the sovereign that's going to determine for myself and everyone that hears me what is right and what is wrong and what is good for me. Because after all, I got a brain. I can think. And just because you got some piece of paper behind you with all these different alphabets and stuff, that doesn't sway me or faze me one bit. Because many of you that got all these alphabets behind you, Pastor Dollar ain't got no debt, zero debt. And I own lands, houses, homes. I have brothers. I have sisters. I'm content. I have no need of nothing. Why should I follow you? And you in an extraordinary amount of debt. Oh, you may got some nice toys. $400,000-$500,000 houses, 2-3 boats and cars and everything else, but you don't own a damn thing. You don't own nothing. And believe me, I understand that the land, we own the Queen's land. Yeah, I understand that. And at any time, the Queen can bring the Gestapo in and move me. But you know what I still got more than anything? I've got my mind. Whatever I did here, no matter where I go in the world, no matter where I go, because of the way that my mind functions, I can actually still maintain my life. And not only my life, and still be able to bless all those who catch the vision and everyone who understands what I'm saying. I'm sorry. But I've unplugged from the Matrix a long time ago, before the movie was ever even thought about. Because I have the ability to be able to look out and see, man, this thing ain't looking bright on the horizons. I need to start doing something. And what I've been trying to do is save you people a lot of steps. You be careful of these people out here that like speaking against Pastor Dow, because they want to deliver me up for envy. Because you watch their life, you pay attention to them, they have no solutions for you. I don't only get on here and make serious criticisms of our federal government and everything that is wrong. And you listen to me very carefully, I also provide solutions. I'm not just sitting up here just throwing out all type of disparaging comments and stuff. No, I'm not. I'm actually giving you solutions. Now, whether you choose to pick and choose to take those solutions or not is another story. That's none of my business. That's between you and the Creator. But I know as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Eternal, and I'm going to keep on making these wise choices and decisions, because I am a thinking man. Anyway, go to Drudge Report. You can find it there. It's just a sad situation. Wake up. If not, go ahead and perish. That's what's going to happen ultimately. See, it's about you taking control of yourself. It's about you being in control of yourself and not dependent on a system that constantly teaches you to be subordinate. You know, government starts right here at the base level of the family unit with a man as the head of his house. From there, it goes to a town. It goes to a little small township. From there to the county. From the county to the state. From the state to the federal government. That's the way it starts. But in this Marxist communist system, the government is trying to tell you what's best for you rather than you telling them what's best for them. You are the ones that's supposed to be in authority. But when you freely give over your liberties and you freely give over your mindset and you continue to keep playing this game, this dog and pony show, you've lost all authority. So therefore, we're not in a republic. We are in a democracy. We are. And it's an upside down democracy too. And we're not no damn democracy if we follow the documents called the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, if you understood. And believe me, I'm under no illusion. I know that they're all toilet paper. I know that they're all relics, but the one thing that's still left is the bastion of freedom that you choose to walk with, and you know for your own self, you have rights, unalienable rights, that I learned that terminology yesterday, which the Father has given you simply because you live, breathe, and exist. And guess what? If you can't live after those rights and do those rights, then you can always be subject to tyranny, and you can always be subject to being a slave. And some of you love it, because a slave that loves his chains have no intentions whatsoever at all to be free, because we're a welfare state. We love depending on somebody else doing for us rather than we doing for our own selves, because I may have to get some of these good old American calluses. See those things right there on my hands right there. And I'm not about to do that. I love my air conditioned jug. I love my microwave. A little bit of push a button and to get my tummy stuffed out. Shoot, man. I love the life of ease. Exercise. Why should I do that when I can take a pill? Numb my pains and makes me feel good. Some of you just lazy bastards. That's all it is.